Ah, November, the month of reddening leaves, foggy brisk winds, and gatherings with relatives you probably dislike. In the K-pop world, November is merely a segue into December, especially this year with two long-awaited debuts happening. However, there's one thing about this overlooked month that stands out to me: the food. Of course, this would not be a classic chaebin and out monthly comeback review if I didn't include my own original twist. Inspired by Thanksgiving, I'll review the song and then add on a food that it reminds me of. At the end, I'll invite you all to the table to see the full feast we have created together. Now, let's start cooking.
Let's get it, you are my siesta. New baby viva. 새로운 fire.
I'm not going to lie, Meki's teasers had me worried for a hot second since they reeked of disbandment. I should have known better than to second-guess the absolute music industry monsters that are Meki. Siesta is what 2021 has been craving, a dance pop song with little hints of humanity and friendship. It was released at the absolute perfect time, bridging the gap between wintry chills and autumn colors. Listening to this song is like drinking warm apple cider wrapped in a quilted blanket while it's freezing outside. The lyrics are equally comforting, giving us lines like "to the end of the earth" and "feel the sparks coming alive in your heart." For a song about taking a nap, it is certainly very alive. As for the music video, I was not expecting to appreciate its beautiful simplicity so much. I'm really fond of the shots where the girls are laughing and hugging in front of a display of fireworks. They look like they're having so much fun, and it makes me smile uncontrollably. Also, can we bring some attention to my girl Ellie? Her vocals were the spark that let this comeback burst into brilliant flames. The food that reminds me most of Siesta is soup dumplings. Soup dumplings are encased in an elegant packaging, exploding with warmth when bit into. I thought this was a perfect match, considering Siesta's heartfelt feel and references to fireworks. And who doesn't love a good soup dumpling?
Back in the game, son. 확실한 change. I'm a Maverick. I'm a Maverick.
The interesting thing about the Boyz is that you never have the slightest idea what they are going to come back with. Not in a million years would I have predicted anything about Maverick. Not the lyrics, not the title, and most definitely not the concept. Maverick is an enigma in and of itself, rap-heavy and jarringly jet-black. It's saying something that the last time most of us heard the word Maverick on YouTube was the Logan and Jake Paul era. I almost wish I couldn't understand the lyrics so I would not have to hear "back in the game, son" while scripting this video. November is a quieter and slower month, and for me, Maverick is too high energy right now. The music video, however. This is one of the most fascinating boy group music videos I've seen this year. The color palette combined with the tech-driven battle royale concept is gold, and the hairstylist did a fantastic job on the boys. Look at Q's hair! Those black and white streaks, oh my god! The opening scene where a few of the members are in a car is phenomenally lit in red hues. I'm going to admit that I did sort of think the members wearing those green display colors was odd, but it adds to the concept immersion. I chose Ikura Sushi to mimic the electric popping beat wrapped in vocal fry. Funny story about that. There actually used to be this all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant that my family loved to eat at, and they had the best Ikura Sushi. They closed down due to the non-stick pan though, which is a little sad. Alright, I'll stop talking about Ikura Sushi. This is hands down my favorite release of November. Luna is a traditional song laced with a veil of shadow, blooming under the watch of night. The members have such an intriguing mix of deep voices and are able to hit all of the notes flawlessly. The most fascinating musical element is where the heartbeat drums cut out for Lido's one-line rasp and then come back faster and stronger for the chorus. It's one of the best build-ups I've heard in K-pop, and the chorus is able to smash in without becoming intrusive. The last chorus is indescribably beautiful and emotional, with the powerful and poised cries racing amongst the rhythm. If you haven't looked at the lyrics yet, I highly recommend you do so. Luna tells the story of a lost transit love, employing metaphor and simile throughout the entire composition. There's a contrast between light and dark, night and day, blossoming and withering, and even without the music, it could be considered a piece of poetry. Lastly, the music video does justice to the beauty of the song. Lighting choices are absolutely stunning and mimic the contrast of the song lyrics, and repetitive imagery of florals and snow brush over the screen. The rooftop set and the dripping flower scene is some of the best we've seen this year. For the food, I selected a red wine braised brisket. There's a flavorful beat progression and traditional roots, with refined smooth vocals. It leaves a rich aftertaste in your mouth as well, like how Luna's regretful tone clung to my mind.
Come by the music with
Honestly, I'm so glad Suyeon is going to be able to debut with Billlie under the stage name Chaeyeon. Ring X Ring is a J-pop inspired song with loud synth riffs and telephone vocal effects. Sound-wise, I don't have much positive feedback for this song. The girls' vocals are drowned out by the instruments, and the song can sound messy at times, especially in the chorus. It also sounds like Ring X Ring sampled Carol of the Bells, which is a Christmas song, and I'm not the most fond of it. I'm very prone to getting headaches from songs, so it's safe to assume I won't be listening to Ring X Ring in the future. Something I do notice in the music video is that it seems Billlie is setting up lore. The girls climb through nightmarish rooms in an old and decrepit house, curious and a little afraid. I don't understand the switch to neon dancing scenes. It takes importance away from the visuals supposed to contribute to lore. Overall, this debut was disappointing for me. Pepperoni pizza is most similar to Ring X Ring, and be warned because I don't like pizza. It's cheesy and unrefined, and it has been done many times before. There's so much going on, and the elements battle against each other to be the most prominent.
Come on and show me your code. 날 판단하게 내리지 보는 것과 다른
Barcode is pure fun, broadcasted with claps, confidence, and cellophane. It's incredibly hard for a duo to carry a song like this, and Lilli did it with ease. The juxtaposition of Luce's high, clear voice and Greta's deep, personality-filled vocal fry truly makes the song. I love the whistles after the chorus's hook, "Come on and show me your code." I wasn't expecting to find a song about Barcode so irresistibly catchy. The color palette ranges from crimsons to lemon yellows, accented by the black and white of supermarket barcodes. I adore diner-themed music videos, as is kind of evident from my channel name and theme. I have a lot of hope for Lilli, and I want them to continue to grow in popularity. They exceeded my expectations tenfold with their debut. Due to their sour and sparkling vocals with zappy whistles, the food for Barcode is a cranberry tart. Snapping sounds and a crumbling layer of synth further solidify why I chose this.
Love ain't no science, we need no license. 머리서 내고 고민할 수만은.
Why are people saying they dislike this song? I feel like Twice just cannot win. Cute concept? Bad. Mature concept? Overdone, and everyone suddenly wants the cute concept back. I'm glad Twice continues to toe the line between cute and girl crush so effortlessly. Scientist is a bubbly track with charismatically innocent vocals. Energetic ad-libs and cleverly written lines define Scientist's identity, and I am this close to blasting it in my math class. Jonghyun's sine cosine is one of my favorite lines, and I love how it relates to the fact that love is confusing and can't be measured. Look at the pastel pinks and blues we've gotten in Scientist! This music video is such a pleasure to watch. I think the most standout members were Dahyun and Momo. The editing in Dahyun's rap section is ingenious and so comical. She pulls it off so well. Let's also take a moment to appreciate that this era solidified Momo as my bias after 3 years of not choosing one. Scientist reminds me of a strawberry milkshake due to its light-hearted nature and sweet vocals with a hint of sass. It's classic and refreshing and puts a smile on your face.
Tick-tock, 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 hey.
It has been a few years, but T-ARA is back. Taka focuses on T-ARA's trained vocals, emphasizing them in its anti-drop chorus. I don't have much to talk about with Taka. It was simply a good song. It's easy on the ears with not much to digest, and therefore not much that stands out. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but in the wrong setting it will be too relaxing and will put me to sleep. It reminds me of a slower Brave Girls song that was toned down and had pearls stuck on top of it. The music video is set in a fancy hotel club, and those black outfits look stunning on the girls. Kyuri in particular captured my attention. Just look at her strut! A weird editing choice was made here though. If I zoom out in my editor and reveal the black bars, 1 second, alright. For some reason, the falling particles like rose petals are laid on top of the entire screen. It might have been to immerse the viewer, but it just looks like the editing team forgot to crop a green screen effect. For the food comparison, spaghetti carbonara. Hear me out, it's consistent and glossy with a sprinkle of firm drum beats. I'm going to consider spaghetti carbonara comfort food, and Tiki Taka is the musical version of that. When I first listened to this, I think I was jolted 5 miles out of the window upon hearing the delivery of "Eat This." Rush Hour is aggressive and commanding, spitting out its syllables as if to say, "Get out of my way." The choice to whisper sing Rush Hour in the chorus was intelligent. It tones down the song for November sleepiness. It's also just very attractive. Rush Hour isn't too overwhelming and rather motivates the listener to finish their work, or to finish scripting a video instead of doing the dance to Wannabe, if you're me. In terms of the music video, I tend to dislike the hip cowboy in a desert concept since I can't take people wearing that ridiculous hat seriously. I find myself switching tabs while listening to the music instead of watching the video. The styling is a little confusing, but I like Joohyun's red space buns. I compared Rush Hour to crispy buffalo wings since it has a kick to it with a strong and self-assured meaty basis. I don't eat wings a lot, but one of my friends assured me that this makes sense.
You become my trauma inside my mind. You become my trauma.
Trauma is impossibly sensual and dangerous, utilizing sleek synth and percussion. Lyrically, Trauma is a bit confusing, with lines like, "It's all fake at Canis," and "Pain is Duff." I googled this, but all I received was Hillary Duff, so either SF9 has Trauma from Lizzie McGuire, or I'm missing something. However, there are some well-written standout lines. Like, "I told you I'm the male version of Venus." When I heard that, I was physically unable to utter a word for the rest of the song. Ooh boy, SF9 knows how to live up to their name. So when this came out, I was watching it in my resource period, and suddenly Jaeyoon pulled out that bed scene. SF9, you are so lucky no one was paying attention to me, because the speed at which I slammed my laptop shut was nearing light speed. Trauma has many uniquely interesting visuals, and I especially love the attention to close-up shots. The lipstick writing and letters posted on the mirror are wonderfully unhinged. For Trauma, I chose Chinese hot pot, representing how it burns up slowly, practically flaming with harmful attraction. A special mention for the steak that appears in the music video. It looks pretty delicious as well. Hwasa always shows the rawest, truest form of herself through her solo music, and every time it is so entertaining to watch. I'm a Bee relies on drums for structure and lets Hwasa's voice shine, dripping with sarcasm. Hwasa refers to herself as crazy and a savage, looking at herself through others' eyes. I'm a Bee is a diss towards people who dislike her, and it also references her own scandals, aka the zebra, no bra line. The contrast between Hwasa's vibrant red dress and the all-blue room is such an alluring set design. Whoever thought of that needs a raise. The music video plays with different ways of placing Hwasa in a fishbowl, and depicts the ways she breaks out of them. Even though the sets are eye-catching, Hwasa manages to keep the viewer's gaze throughout the video, a testament to her charisma. I chose Korean beef tacos to represent I'm a Bee. They mix two different points of view and definitely have a spice to them. They're chic and messy, but are all the more tasty because of that. Now that we're done in the kitchen, here is the table full of November comeback delicacies we've created. Looks delicious, right? I can't eat it all myself though, and in true Thanksgiving fashion, I'm going to invite some people to the table. Thank you first and foremost to everyone who has been supporting my channel. I love all 99 of you. It is surreal thinking that you all have decided to stay in the restaurant at the end of the universe. Next, a major thank you to Vixo for being the first comment on my channel ever. I think I may have refreshed my page 20 times and pinched myself to make sure I was seeing it right. I watch your channel religiously, and your thoughts are always well placed. Mira, for being my inspiration to start a K-pop YouTube channel. Your analysis livens up the Ktube community, and I'm so happy to have you with us. Everglow Up and Katarina Rose for reminding me that I can speak up about my thoughts, no matter if they're critical or supportive. You both have incredible channels, and I love your commentary. Thank you to my real-life friends, to whom I have sent countless screenshots of my channel trying to confirm that I'm not hallucinating. I have no idea where I would be without you all always hyping me up whenever I'm about to post something. Lastly, to my Ktube friends, who have never failed to give me good advice and a good laugh. You've helped me find my place in this community. Alright, enough sappiness for me for today. Hope you all had an enjoyable Thanksgiving, and thanks for visiting the restaurant at the end of the universe. Adios.
Never say goodbye, bye, bye.